Welcome to FlyEaglesFly News, where Eagles fans get the latest, fastest, and hottest updates. Hit subscribe and fly high with us. The buzz around Philadelphia has been nothing short of electric. And once again, the center of all that noise is the mastermind himself, Howie Roseman, every time. The league thinks it has decoded his style. He twists the narrative and flips another blockbuster into reality, and now, the whispers floating through front offices, social media circles, and insider group chats point to something so wild, so out of the box, that even seasoned analysts are struggling to keep a straight face. The rumor popping everywhere is simple but explosive. The Eagles could be preparing a move to bring Jordan Love to Philadelphia. That's right, Jordan Love, the quarterback whose rise in Green Bay stunned doubters and whose potential still feels like it has miles left to grow. The rumor hasn't turned into an official announcement, but the noise behind closed doors is loud enough to make the football world lean in. People who usually laugh off speculation aren't laughing this time. They're asking questions. They're connecting dots, and they're wondering, did Howie really pull off another impossible heist? Insiders are saying the energy inside the NovaCare complex has shifted, as if everyone senses something major is on the horizon, but no one has the clearance to actually say it out loud. The talk is that Roseman and his closest advisors have spent weeks analyzing not just Jordan Love's tape, but his leadership traits, his resilience, and the way he responded to early pressure in his career. It's almost as if they're trying to decide whether he's the missing spark that could unlock the next era of the franchise. And of course, because this is Howie Roseman we're talking about, there's this lingering suspicion that the negotiation groundwork has already been laid, piece by piece, with the kind of strategic precision only he understands. The whole thing has become a sort of open secret. Nobody can confirm it, but nobody wants to rule it out either. When rumors reach that level, it usually means smoke. And when there's smoke around Roseman, there's usually fire right behind it. Howie's track record is the reason every whisper becomes a national discussion within minutes. Fans remember the last time he made a move people said was impossible, only to watch him smiling at the press conference afterward as if he had just taken a casual stroll through a grocery store. That's the magic of his presence in Philadelphia. He doesn't just build rosters, he builds expectations. And judging by how often his aggressive strategies turn into wins, nobody is taking this Jordan Love rumor lightly. Social media has already erupted with fan theories predicting how Love would fit into the existing offensive ecosystem. Some say he could bring a fresh dynamic. Others think Roseman might be positioning the team for long-term insurance, or even restructuring of the entire playbook. Whatever the plan is, the excitement is growing faster than analysts can track it. There's a sense that something monumental is brewing, and whether it materializes or not, the conversation alone has already transformed the Eagles into the hottest topic in football chatter. The speculation gained another layer when analysts started pointing to subtle signs coming out of Green Bay. Love's situation, while stable on the surface, hasn't been panic-free behind the scenes. His emergence has turned him into one of the most intriguing quarterbacks in the league. But intriguing doesn't always mean untouchable. Some insiders think his camp may be evaluating long-term future opportunities, while Green Bay might be weighing what kind of return they could command if the quarterback market keeps heating up. That's where Roseman becomes dangerous. He's known for sensing hesitation, pouncing on opportunity, and dangling assets in ways that teams struggle to turn down. The biggest question now is whether the Packers would even entertain such a conversation. The rumor mill says they might, not because they want to lose Love, but because they're aware of the kind of staggering offers Philadelphia can put on the table when Roseman sees a chance to reshape the landscape. Fans inside the Eagles community are already split into factions over what this would mean for the identity of the team. Some believe Jordan Love could arrive as an immediate leader, someone capable of owning the locker room and elevating the offense with his calm confidence and underrated arm strength. Others think this rumor could simply be Roseman applying pressure elsewhere, playing three-dimensional chess while every other general manager plays checkers. That's the mystery of these moments. Nobody knows what's real until the ink dries. But the conversations happening in online forums, podcasts, and late-night radio shows all point toward the same conclusion. If Roseman is seriously aiming at Love, then something deep inside the organization must be shifting. Perhaps it's about future-proofing the roster. Maybe it's about creating competition. Or maybe, just maybe, it's about setting up a long-term plan nobody has fully pieced together yet. And as the rumor continues to expand, the football world can't escape the feeling that this is only the beginning. ROSEMAN has never been the type to let leaks dictate his pace. If anything, the louder the chatter gets, the more likely it becomes that he's already 10 steps ahead of everyone else. The Eagles remain silent on the matter, which only adds gasoline to the fire. Because when teams deny, fans shrug. But when teams stay quiet, everyone panics, and right now, the silence in Philadelphia is so loud, it's practically echoing. People want answers, analysts want clarity, and fans want confirmation. But all they're getting is speculation that feels just believable enough to keep the entire league on edge. The second wave of this rumor storm hit even harder when reporters closest to the team began hinting that ROSEMAN might be preparing not just a move, but a masterpiece. Some whispers suggest draft capital could be rearranged, contracts restructured, and certain roster pieces repositioned to create an irresistible offer. And because ROSEMAN has been known to orchestrate deals that look impossible on paper, fans are starting to suspect this isn't just some wild fan fiction scenario, it's becoming a storyline with traction. The kind that gains weight not because it's confirmed, but because it feels like something ROSEMAN would absolutely try. Jordan Love represents something rare, a quarterback still growing, still ascending, still capable of becoming one of the biggest names in the league. And if there's one thing ROSEMAN loves, it's landing a player right before he becomes untouchable. That's the type of vision that has built the Eagles into a powerhouse. And that's why this rumor refuses to die. At the same time, there's a philosophical dimension developing in the conversation. Analysts are asking whether the team wants to evolve its identity once again. The Eagles have never been afraid to pivot when they sense the league changing. They've adjusted styles, modernized strategies, and reinvented their offense more times than most franchises would dare. Bringing in Jordan Love could represent the next stage of that evolution. A move designed not for today, but for seasons down the road when the league's landscape shifts once again. Love's skill set, his mobility, his confidence under pressure, and his ability to push the ball downfield with creativity make him a perfect candidate for a system that thrives on adaptability. So while this rumor seems bold, even reckless to some, others view it as exactly the type of move an ambitious front office would consider when planning, not just for the next season, but for a new era entirely. Meanwhile, fans across the country are watching this storyline with wide eyes and fast fingers, refreshing their feeds every few minutes to see if a new leak appears. Social media has turned the rumor into a trending phenomenon. Memes are circulating, mock trade graphics are flooding timelines, and fan theorists are dissecting every micro expression from players and coaches. It has become something much bigger than a simple rumor. It's now a cultural moment for the Eagles community, a spark that reignited debates about the direction of the franchise and the lengths ROSEMAN will go to keep the organization at the top. The excitement doesn't come from certainty, it comes from possibility. And right now, the possibility that Jordan Love could walk into the Eagles facility wearing green and black has the entire fanbase buzzing. Some commentators have even suggested that this situation, regardless of the outcome, has already achieved something significant. It has reminded everyone just how unpredictable the Eagles front office can be. The franchise never plays safe, never settles into complacency, and never hesitates to challenge norms. If ROSEMAN truly sees something special in Jordan Love, then there's no doubt he's exploring every angle behind closed doors, weighing risks and rewards while mapping out the long-term implications. And because he has a reputation for pulling off moves that reshape the league, opponents are watching nervously. It's not just Philadelphia fans who are curious, it's coaches, executives, and analysts across the entire NFL landscape who know that if the Eagles land Love, it could trigger a domino effect felt throughout the league. The secrecy surrounding this rumor only adds fuel to the fire. Normally, when speculation gets this big, teams issue statements or sources step forward to calm things down. But here, nothing, not even a whisper of denial. That silence has become its own message. Almost as if the organization prefers to let the rumor live and grow, keeping everyone guessing. Some believe this is a strategic move designed to test public reaction, or even to see how other teams might respond behind the scenes. Others think it's simply the result of negotiations being kept under extremely tight control. Whatever the reason, the lack of clarity is doing the opposite of killing the story. It's making it stronger, louder, and far more believable than anyone expected when the rumor first surfaced. And now, with all eyes fixed on Philadelphia, The anticipation surrounding this potential move has reached a boiling point. Fans don't know if the rumor will turn into reality. But they do know one thing: when Howie Roseman's name gets attached to something this bold, it's never wise to dismiss it. The Eagles have built a reputation on daring decisions, fearless pivots, and shocking announcements. Jordan Love's name being tied to the team feels like the next chapter in that legacy. A chapter that could redefine everything if it ever becomes official. Until then, the league waits. The fans speculate, and the rumor keeps growing. And just like every great Eagles twist, nobody will truly see it coming until the moment the news drops, and the entire football world explodes in disbelief. FlyEaglesFly News family, smash subscribe and hit like. Your support keeps the freshest Philadelphia Eagles updates flying in. Drop your take in the comments and let's talk birds. The escalation of this rumor has reached a point where even former players are chiming in privately, sending cryptic messages to reporters and hinting that something unusual truly is happening behind the scenes. They aren't confirming anything, but the tone, that tone players use when they know more than they're allowed to say, is unmistakable. It's that mix of amusement, curiosity, and a little bit of shock, as if they never expected this storyline to emerge but now can't look away from it. The idea of Jordan Love in Philadelphia has opened a new dimension in fan speculation, prompting discussions about how his personality would blend with the city's intensity. Philadelphia demands toughness, accountability, and presence, and Love has shown flashes of all three. That's why this rumor refuses to fade. It resonates emotionally. It feels like one of those league-shaking possibilities that starts as a whisper and ends as a banner headline, and with every hour that passes without clarification, the sense of mystery only grows stronger, pulling everyone deeper into the speculation vortex. People around the league are now theorizing what kind of ripple effect this move would create. If it ever materialized, other teams might panic, reevaluating their quarterback rooms or adjusting their priorities in case the market shifts. Suddenly, analysts are imagining what Philadelphia's offense would look like with Love taking snaps, pushing tempo, delivering explosive throws, and bringing that combat dangerous energy he became known for. Some believe the coaching staff would build an entirely new system around him, leaning into his creativity and mobility to unleash something fresh. Others think he could slide into an already established framework with surprising ease, elevating the roster without forcing drastic schematic changes. And because this is the Eagles, a franchise that thrives on flexibility, both scenarios feel plausible. That's what makes the rumor even more gripping. It's not just about a player changing teams. It's about the potential birth of a new identity, a new direction, a new spark that could redefine the next chapter of Philadelphia football. As all of this unfolds, the atmosphere online has turned into a full-blown frenzy. Fans are posting mock locker room edits, theorizing which players might react first, and debating whether Roseman is quietly constructing the boldest play of his career. It has become the kind of rumor that energizes the entire community, pulling in casual fans, hardcore analysts, and even neutral observers who just enjoy watching chaos unfold. And the best part, nobody knows how close this rumor is to the truth. It could be nothing more than smoke, or it could be the early tremor of a seismic shift ready to shake the league. But when Roseman is involved, uncertainty becomes entertainment, silence becomes suspense, and every rumor becomes a storyline worth following. And right now, the storyline of Jordan Love potentially landing in Philadelphia has captured the imagination of the entire football world. Not because it's confirmed, but because it sounds exactly like the kind of twist only the Eagles could deliver. That's a wrap from FlyEaglesFly News. If you want the fastest Eagles updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Sound off in the comments. Let's talk birds.